And then finally, we go into basically a race weekend structure. So, as we said before, the downtime's a killer for your performance. So we have a structure that you can print out that's literally telling you what to do and when to do it. So you don't forget anything, and that is giving you some preparation. It's giving you some time after you've been on the bike, and some areas to cover after you've been on the bike in a session. And then to be honest, it's about switching off. What a lot of people do is they stay in leathers all day. They're walking into other people's garages, asking them what gearing they were running, what tyre they're running, looking at the timing sheets, trying to work out how they're going to find a half a second or a second faster in the next session. And they're in this sort of always on mode. You know, the energy is still being spent. Whereas for your performance, we've actually got to switch off. We've got to accept the previous session for what it is, learn from it as much as we can, take, you know, whatever details you want to put into the bike to change, or even in your own riding to change, and then accept it. It's history now. Then it's all about switching off, a little bit of rest, a little bit of recovery to come back stronger, to come back more prepared, more focused, with a different goal. That's how you're going to raise your performance. If we go back and we haven't switched off from the first one, and we've been wandering around in leathers all day, chatting to everybody, and I've got 10 minutes before I'm about to go out, I'll just have a quick toilet break and put my helmet on and out I go again, there is no raise in performance. We're at the same level all the time, all weekend. So we're in that struggle, chasing feeling all weekend, rather than a cool, calm, confident state that I know what I've done, and I can take from that session what we've gained, and now I'm going to work harder in the next session. And that's about it. So by the end of those, that's 8 weeks worth of training, that's broken down into 10-minute video training sessions. So you literally do 10 minutes a day, listening to me waffling on in a video. But it's a good way for you to take on the information. If we did try to do all that in like a 2-hour seminar, you've forgotten about the first 20 minutes after the first hour. So it's a really good way for you to take on new information. And by the end of that, you really have transformed your mental approach to your racing. And at that point, we've been starting to create quite a lot of flow triggers and quite a lot of areas. And the final part is that you will send in a debrief at the end of each session. So it's on your phone. It's just a web page that you store on your phone. You send in literally just like you would with the bike. Okay, how was it in this area? How was it on the brakes? What's the rear feeling like? You appraise it and you give your verdict on it. We do the same with you. How was your distraction level? Where was your focus? So that you're in a situation where you're literally looking at that session and grading yourself marks out of 10. I'll then send you back some feedback, which are the areas for you to work on in the next session. So it means that you're always improving. You're always developing more and more opportunity to increase your performance, and for you to be in a situation where you are knowing what direction to go in, rather than, well, I did that training, you know, a year ago and I've forgotten most of it, and you know, hopefully it'll help me this weekend. We're actually staying in touch. You're doing the debrief. It's reminding you on each of those aspects, which means that you're not forgetting anything.
Yeah, I mean, just to touch on that as well, like you said, it's bite-sized chunks. What I like about it is it's always accessible. So if I do have downtime, whether I'm waiting for someone at work, whatever, I can access it any time. And I mean, I follow a different process to maybe what other people will do, but I'll watch it the first time with no distractions, and the second time I'll obviously make notes and make my own little mind maps and things like that to work on. And I mean, I've got that forever. And what I love the most about it is because you're out in the UK and Portugal and Spain and all sorts, you're always accessible, because I mean, I've harassed you many times with voice notes and all sorts, but that's probably the key area with this community coaching that I like the most, is that you're always accessible. Thanks to modern technology, you're there. So if a rider needs help with something, or they're struggling in a session, they can get in touch with you, and you're back with them within half an hour with an answer or something to work on, which is quite a big thing, and I think it's a big plus on your course. So well done to you for that, because I think that changes everything, because we don't really have things like that here in South Africa. But performance, and this is also what I want to come to as well, is that guys will spend a fortune on new pipes and upgrading the motor and suspension, all sorts. But by doing this, they're investing in themselves. And it doesn't matter what bike they climb onto, the work, the rehearsal, all the stuff are there, the fundamentals are there, the ingredients are there. They can climb onto a new bike and go faster. So I think that's a big plus with your coaching program.